Okay, so hi guys, again here we are going to start with the next session, which is session number 6 and data frame operation part 2. Already we have covered the part 1 in session number 5, so you can go through that. So this is our data frame operation part 2. Also in this we are going to cover some more functions related to data frame. Reading CSV file, already we have covered this topic, how to read a CSV file. First you have to copy the path. After that, second step, you have to replace all the backslashes with forward slash. Next step, here you have to provide the CSV file name, right? So we have covered this topic already. Next, basic functions in data frame. Now we have to see a lot of functions inside a data frame. First, here we have df.shape. Already we have covered this topic, df.shape and df.columns. What it will do, df.shape will display number of rows and number of columns of your data frame. df.columns, what it will do, it will display specific column present inside a data frame. Then after that we have d types. If you want to know the data types of each column, then we can use this function. After that we have df.info. df.info means it will give information related to your data frame. After that, drop any. If you want to drop any null values, like this is related to your cleaning of your data frame, cleaning your CSV file, then we are going to use this function one by one. df.drop any, then df.toString, df.fill any, then df.duplicated. If we have some duplicate data, then it will help to display the duplicate data. Again, df.drop duplicates. So again, there should not be any duplicate inside the data, right? So when we are performing a cleaning, so we have to drop the duplicates data. So let's go to the practicals. We are going to perform these practicals one by one. Okay. So let's give the file name first. This is our session number 6, and again this is data frame operation 2. Okay, so data frame operation 2. Okay, so let's rename this. Again here we have this file name. Also here also we can give headline like data frame operation 2. Okay, data frame operation 2. Okay, so data frame operation 2. Here what we can do, here we can comment this, convert this into a markdown, and then execute. Then this will convert it into a headline. Okay, now next what we have to do, first we have to read a CSV file. Here I am going to use next CSV file, which is cars data CSV file. So what we have to do with cars data CSV file, we are going to perform different operation on CSV file. Again I will give CSV file in the description. Okay, okay, so let's see. First here we have to import the pandas library. So here again step 1 we have to follow. Step 1 will be import CSV, import library, right? So here we are going to import this library, import pandas as pd. Okay, next step, here now we have to copy the path. Okay, so here next, load CSV file, directly we can write here load CSV file. Okay, how to load a CSV file? So that will be your cars related data. So here I am writing cars df. Again pd dot read underscore csv and just give parenthesis. After that you have to copy your path. So I am going to copy the path from file. So here we have this csv file. So what we have to do, right click on this, then you can go inside a properties, and from here you can copy the location. Okay, so just copy the location and paste inside your read csv file function inside the double quotes. So here we have pasted this. Again next step, you have to replace all the backslashes with forward slash. So here replace all the backslashes with forward slash, and in the end you have to give your csv file name, which is cars.csv. you can see the extension inside your property. If that is not csv file, maybe that will be excel workbook. So here you can't write csv file, you have to remember that. Now execute this. Now here you can see cars df, here we have given. So this will be our cars data. cars data. First here we have given id, then manufacturer, cars manufacturer. Here we have given again cars model, like we have audi car. Audi car has different model, right? Audi 90, audi 100, here you can see. Then that car is a small type of car, mid size type of car, or compact type of car. Here we have given different types of car, then minimum price of that car, normal price, and then maximum price, mileage of city, mileage of highway. Then airbags, here we have given airbags is generally used for safety. You can search in the google as well. Passengers, like sitting capacity, different car has different sitting capacity. After that, length of that car, wheelbase, width. So these are the different columns. First here we are going to perform, okay, sorry. Okay, so here first function we are going to use shape function. So here we have given shape. Okay, so let's perform this shape function here. So just comment this shape. It will display the number of rows and columns present inside your data frame. So cars df dot shape, here we can use. Now execute. Total 93 rows we have and 28 columns we have. Which 28 columns we have? For that we have columns function, right? Columns function cars df dot columns. Here we can write execute this. So these are the columns, specific columns which are present inside a data frame. Next function here we have cars d type. Okay, we are going to use this d type function. What it will display? It will display the type present in each column. Okay, so here we have given cars df dot d type. Actually you can't use d type, that is d types. Now execute this. Here you can see each columns we are getting data type of each column. Like here object data type means that will be a string type of data. Then here we have integer type of data, then float type of data. Here we have price is of float type. Again airbags, drivetrain, cylinder is of object type. That means string type of data is getting stored inside airbags, drivetrain. Okay, so this will be your d types. Next function here we have. Again here we have given one more thing, 64. 64, that is the limit of integer type of data or float type of data. Okay, that means 64 bit data it can store. Like one byte we have 8 bits of data, so you can go through that actually. So here that is 64 means that is the limit of that integer, it can store this much type of data. Okay, okay, next here we have info function. Info function generally used to give informations related to the data frame or related to your CSV file. So what we can write here, cars df dot info. Just give parenthesis and execute this. So here you can see total 93 rows we have. Then non-null, these are non-null values, means there is not a null values. Then we have given data type, total 28 columns we have. Okay, so here you can see we have given different types of data, different types of information related to your csv file. Okay, let's go to the ppt and let's see next function. What we have next function, let's copy this function so that we don't have to go again and again in ppt. Okay, so here we have these different types of functions. First here we have drop any. Drop any is generally used for dropping your null values. If you have null values inside your csv file, then this will help to drop your column. Okay, so let's see how it will work. So here what you can do, after dropping your data you can store that in a new variable. So here I am writing new underscore df equal to again cars df dot drop any. Okay, drop any. Here we can give parenthesis. Again here you can see new underscore df. If we have some null values, then that will get stored inside this. So these are the null values where we have null values. So here you can see null values means your blank data, your missing data. Now where we have missing data here, let's see where we have missing data. Just wait. I am not able to go to the next. Sorry, actually it has dropped all the null values from this data and getting stored inside this new DF. If you are going to your previous data frame, so here you can see we have lot of NaN. These are the missing values, that is your null values. And now if you see your new data here, you can see your new data. So these are the data where we are not getting any null values inside airbags. Here you can see driver and passenger drive. And now if you see new df dot shape, how many rows currently we have? Sorry, you don't have to give parenthesis here. Total 51 rows we have and 28 column, means previously we have total 93 rows, means where we have some null values, that row has dropped. Okay, so here that's why we are getting only 51 values. Again, you can store this new data frame inside a CSV file, or you can create a new CSV file. How to create a new CSV file? So you can create new CSV file using this toString function. What is mean by this? That means you can store this new data inside a new CSV file. How to store that? So let's use to_string. What is mean by this? So what we have to do here, new underscore df, and then you have to give here to_string. Okay, to_string, and just give parenthesis. Execute this. Okay, just wait. Here we can give name, new car. Okay, now just execute this. Now I want to see where this new car is getting stored, so you can go inside this, and here you can see we are getting that new CSV file. Okay, so here we are getting this new CSV file. If you are going to your where we have created this data frame, just wait. So here you can see the data is getting stored here, but that is stored in the form of a string. Now if you want to store that in CSV file, so again we have one more method here, new underscore df dot to CSV. Okay, to underscore CSV. So suppose here I am writing new car df. Okay, so inside double or single quotes you can use new underscore car underscore or df. Now execute this. So here you can see now this will get stored in a CSV file as well. I'm not getting that currently, just wait. Okay, sorry, actually here you have to write .csv, so that will convert it into a .csv. Now execute this. So this will be executed. Here you can see we are getting that in the form of CSV file. Actually, previously we have converted that into a string data type, a string type, string format. Okay, so now we have converted this into a CSV file. So if you can open this new card df.csv file, so that will be open here. So here you can see we are getting ID, manufacturer, model. Okay, again if you don't want indexing, so here what you can do, here you can write index equal to false. Okay, so here again if I'm executing comma index equal to false, if I'm writing, now again execute this. Sorry, spelling mistake here we have. Again here if I'm writing, so index equal to false. Now we have executed this. So again you can refresh this, just go inside this, and now here you can see one is index has removed. Okay, now here we are getting ID, manufacturer, model, all the data we are getting. Again we don't have any null values here. Okay, because all the null values has drop using drop any function. Okay, again let's go to the next function. Next function here we have fill any. What is mean by this fill any? So currently we have dropped all the null values, right? But we didn't have changed inside our original data. Our cars df is as it is, but if you want to change your original data, then again we have some other keywords or other functions for that. Currently we don't have to change inside the original data, or our original data is as it is. Okay, now what is mean by fill any? That means you want to replace your null values with some other values, so that will be a fill any. Again here I am taking df, only df I am taking. I want to store all the values here, because now how to use fill any? Here I am going to use cars df dot fill any, and I want to fill all the null values with some other values. Like here I want to fill all the null values with dummy data, so here I am writing dummy. Okay, and now just execute this. Okay, so all the fill any value will get stored inside this df. Now execute this df. Now here you can see, here we have some null values, and that null value is replaced with this dummy value. Okay, here you can write anything, so that will be replaced with, that null value will get replaced with this dummy value. So if you want to replace your null values with some other values, so we have this method fill any. Again, if you want to change inside your original data, so here we have one more keyword, in place equal to true. Okay, here we have one keyword, in place equal to true. What is mean by this? Currently we are performing all the operations on new data, because here we are performing this operation but will get stored inside this df, right? Because it is not changing inside your original data, inside your cars df. So suppose you want to change in your original data, so here what we can do, comma, just wait, let me show you one more data here. Again I'm taking this. Okay, here you can see we have this df. Inside df we are getting airbags, here dummy in replacement of null values. But if you see here your cars df data is as it is. Here you can see inside car df didn't change anything, right? But if you are using here in place equal to true, okay, in place equal to true, that means your original data will get changed, your cars df will get changed. Okay, so you can perform this practically. I don't want to change currently. Okay, so let's go to the next. Again here we have one more method inside this fill any. If you want to change some specific column, right? Like here we have this specific column airbags. In airbags we have lot of null values. So if you want to target only one column, for that also we have option for fill any. What we can do, replace only for specified column. So here I can write replace only for specified column. Okay, how to replace only for a specified column? So again, cars df dot fill any. Okay, fill any. Now I want to change only inside airbags. Okay, there should not be any spelling mistakes, so you can go through column name airbags, and after that you have to give column. So in airbags we have all the null values that will get replaced. Suppose here I am giving 230, so all the null values will get replaced by 230. Okay, I think that is string type of data. No, just wait, 230 here. Okay, here we have to give cars date. Now execute this. I am getting this data, just wait. Here I am writing something else, like again here I am using dummy, invalid syntax. Okay, here inside this we have to use curly bracket. Okay, so just use curly bracket here. Now execute this. Okay, now here we are getting this, inside airbags column only all the null values will get replaced by dummy. So okay, so if you want to target any specific column to replace null values, so here you can target like this. Okay, now let's go to the next function. Next function, here we have duplicate. Okay, so now we have to see if we have any duplicate inside a column or not. So check duplicate inside a column, how to check that? Now execute this. Again here we have cars df dot duplicated, what it will return? It will return answer in the form of boolean data type like true and false. So if we have null values, then it will, sorry, if we have duplicate data, then it will return true, otherwise it will return false. Okay, so here you can see I am getting all the data here false. Okay, so we don't have any duplicate data, but if we have some duplicate data, because here we are not getting all the columns, because that is not possible to display all the columns here. Okay, but if we have duplicate data, then what you have to do, you have to delete that duplicate data. Okay, so how to delete that duplicate data? So यहाँ पे here I am using one variable. Okay, just wait. Remove duplicate data. How to remove duplicate data here? So here we have that function. Here I am taking again df equal to drop underscore duplicates, drop underscore duplicates, and just give parenthesis. Execute this again. Here I am writing something wrong. Cars df dot drop underscore duplicates. So here you can see, if we have some duplicate data, that will be drop and new data will get stored inside this df. And if you want to change inside your original data, then we have one keyword, in place equal to true. So you can give this if you want to change inside your original data like your cars df, but I don't want to change, so I'm not going to use this now. Okay, so here you can see, let's check if we have any duplicate data or not. So df dot, here we can use shape, so it will display the number of rows and columns. So again here also we are getting this rows and column, that means we don't have any duplicate data here. Okay, so let's go to the ppt now for the next topic. Here next we have saving subset value in different data frame. What is mean by this? Suppose you want to store 2 column or 3 column in different data frame, so you can use this. We have this method here. Okay, this is the method. Using this you can store subset in a different data frame. Next, here we have sorting values in a data frame. So if you want to sort values, we have two types of sorting. First we have ascending order, second we have descending order. Ascending means increasing order, descending means decreasing order. Okay, so first here we are going to use this sort underscore values. This is your function for sorting the values. By default here we have ascending order, but if you want to perform descending order, then here you have to write ascending equal to false. Okay, so this will be the method for sorting data frame. Next, here we have given aggregation operation in a data frame. Generally we have 5 types of aggregation operation. First we have count, next sum, again next we have mean. Mean means your average, then maximum and minimum. So these are the 5 types of aggregation functions we have. Next, here we have group by operation. In group by operation, here we can group a data, and on the basis of that grouping of data you can perform some aggregation function. Now what is mean by group by function? Suppose we have a column like student percentage, and we have A section student, B section student, and C section student, and we have stored all the data in one column only, like we have merged A section, B section, and C section percentage in one table. Okay, now what you have to do, you want to separate A section, you want to separate B section, and you want to separate C section. Okay, and after that you want to find maximum percentage from A section student, maximum percentage from B section student, and maximum percentage from C section student. How to find that? Okay, so what you can do, suppose you have mix of data, so if you want to separate them, so using group by you can separate them, and after that you can perform some aggregation functions. Like in previous session we have given startups data, and in startups data we have some state. So if you want state wise profit, so what you can do, first you have to group your state. Like if you have India's India state, then you have to group India. After that you have some other state, you have to group that state, and after that you want to find the sum of profit of that state, like India state sum of profit, then China state sum of profit. Okay, so for that you have to group your data, and for performing that grouping of data you have to use group by function. Okay, and it is not possible to use group by function without aggregation function. It's compulsory to use aggregation function with group by, otherwise that will not be performed. Next, here we have given group by. You can perform group by on two columns. Okay, so here we have given, here you can see first count aggregation functions we have used, sum aggregation functions we have used, mean aggregation functions we have used, right? Next, here we have one questions which we are going to solve. Okay, so let's go to the practical now. Now first we have saving subset value in different data frame. What is mean by that? Saving subset values in different data frame. Okay, so how to perform that? So here we have given, suppose here I am taking a new data frame, like new df, here I am writing equal to, how to store a subset. So for storing subset, here you have to use double square bracket, and inside this you want manufacturer column first, so here you can write manufacturer. Next you want here a type column, so type column, then here I want price column, so price column. So I want to store these three columns in a new data frame, so that is called as subset of a data frame. Now execute this. Here you can see your new df, execute. So here we are getting that new df. So that is called as subset, saving subset values in different data frame. Next, here we have sorting of a data frame. Now how to sort values? Sorting of data frame. Okay, so first here I want to perform the ascending order. How to perform ascending order? So here in sorting underscore values function, ascending is by default, so you don't have to write ASC or any other ascending order function. Okay, so here what we have to do, cars df, here we have. Okay, so cars df dot, we have function sort underscore value, sort underscore values, and I want to sort according to price column. Okay, so here what we can give, by equal to, and inside this column I have to give this price. So by default it is in ascending order, that means that is in increasing order. Okay, so a small value will be on top, and suppose we have some maximum value, that will be in bottom. Now execute this, and here you can see where we have this price column. So minimum value of a car is 7.4, that is in dollar. Okay, after that 8.0, 8.3, and maximum, here you can see maximum price of car is 61.9. Okay, so that is in increasing order. Next, here suppose you want to perform decreasing or descending order. So what we have to do for descending order? Okay, so let's perform descending order. For descending order, here we have to write, suppose I want to perform descending order on price. Descending is decreasing order, that means maximum value will be on top or minimum value will be on bottom. Okay, so just give here comma, and after that here you have to write ascending equal to false. If you are writing here ascending equal to false, that means now it will perform descending order, decreasing order. So here let's see, here you can see minimum value is on bottom and maximum value of price will be on top. Again here we are giving price, that is an integer type. You can perform that on type also, that will be your object type of data or string type of data. How to perform on that? Again, if I want to perform here short underscore values by equal to, here I am giving type. We have different types of car. So if we have string type of data, then it will follow alphabetical order. Like alphabetical order mein we have A, then B, C. Okay, so if you execute this, so compact means minimum value, it is starting from C. Okay, so type C. After that it can, I'm not getting that data currently, and last value we have V. Okay, Here if you want between data, so here you can use data subsetting. We have learned that in the previous session, so you can go through that. Like if you want to display the data between 20 to 30 or 30 to 40, so for that you have to use data subsetting. Okay, now let's go to the next function or next data type, sorry, next chapter. Next, here we have aggregation operation on data frame. Aggregation operation on data frame. Okay, how to perform aggregation operation on data frame? So first here we have count. It will return the number of rows. Okay, how many number of rows present inside your data frame. So already here we can see we have 93 rows. So but okay, you can perform here. How to perform that? So here for that we have option cars df dot, directly you can write count, so it will return counting of each column. So here you can see id we have 93 rows. Again airbags we have 56. Why we are getting 56 only counting? Because there we have a lot of null values, that's why we are getting here 56. Again here you can see 91. Again here also we have some null values. 82 we are getting. Again here also we have some null values, right? So that's why you are getting counting less. Okay, so here first aggregation functions we have counting, but if you want to target any specific column, okay, you want to target any specific column, so what you can do here, like I want counting of only airbags. So here you can write like this, airbags dot count. Just give parenthesis. Now execute this. Airbags column has 56 rows. Again if you want cars df of, I want type, I want count of type. Now again execute this. Okay, I have written something wrong. Cars df. Here you can see 93 rows we have. After that we have mean. Mean means average you want to find. Like average of price you want to find. So cars df of, here we have given price and I want to find average, that means mean. Execute this. 19.50 we have total average price of car. Again next I want to find the minimum price of car. I want to find, already we have covered this topic in ascending or descending order, like 7.4 we have something minimum price. So cars df dot, sorry not dot, cars df of price dot, here I am giving minimum value. Execute. 7.4 we have minimum price of car. Maximum price of car I want to find, so here maximum price, how to find? Cars df of, again here I am giving price dot max. Now execute this. Here we are getting 61.9, we have maximum price of car. Again we have one more aggregation function which is sum. Suppose you want to find the sum of price, total sum of price. So here what we can do, cars df of price dot sum. So here we will get total sum. Okay, 1814.4 we are getting total sum of price. Okay, so these are all aggregation functions. After that we have group by operation. Now we have to perform group by operation here. Okay, so let's see how to perform group by operation. Already I have told you that you can perform group by operation without aggregation function. So first here we have to, how to use that? Again cars df dot group by. Suppose I want to find, first here I am giving one question. I want to find average, find average of different car type. Okay, different car type. So here I have given this question. What is mean by this? You have to find the average of different car type. We have compact type of car, we have van type of car. Okay, so what you have to do, you have to group your van type of car and then you have to find the average of that car. After that you have to group your compact type of car and you have to find only compact type of car average. Okay, so for grouping your data, you have to perform group by. How to perform that? Again, cars df dot group by. Group by inside parenthesis. Again, here we have to use by equal to. Which data we have to group? We have to group type. Like we have compact type of data, we have car type. Sorry, we have compact type of data, we have val type of data. Again, what we have to perform? So here we have to find mean, average price. Here we have to find. Okay, average price. That is wrong question. You have to find average price of different car type. So here we have to give price. Okay, so here I am giving price dot, here we have to find mean means you have to find average. Execute this. So here you can see compact type of car, average of compact type of car we have 18.21, large type of car average we have 24.30, right? So here you can group your data and you can find the mean of each data. Again, here we have given car, so car type will be different. Manufacturer. Okay, I want to find different manufacturer average price. How to find different manufacturer average price? Okay, so here I'm writing that question. Find average price for different types of manufacturer. Different types of manufacturer. Or you can say here I want to find minimum price. Okay, minimum price for a different manufacturer. So how to calculate minimum price? Again, here we have to perform cars df dot. Here I am using group by, parenthesis, inside parenthesis here I am using by equal to, and here you can take manufacturer, and then what you have to find? You have to find the minimum price. So here we are giving this price column, and after that here you have to apply minimum. Now execute this. Here you can see we have Audi manufacturer. Audi manufacturer has minimum price 29.1. That is in dollar actually. 29 lakh you can consider. Again, here you can see Acura. We have $15.9. Then we have big, again Cadillac. So here we have different types of manufacturer, and we have given different types of manufacturers minimum price. Okay, like minimum price from where Audi is getting started. Okay, so this will be a group by operation. Okay, so let's perform one questions on this which we have seen in the PPT. Okay, so what we have given here, we have given find out cars type with average price less than 20. So first here what we have to find? We have to find car types with average price. Already we have solved this question. Okay, so what you have to do first, here you have to find average price of each type of car. So how to find that? Cars df dot, here you have to perform group by, because you have to find average. Group by, here we have to write by equal to, then give type, and you have to calculate average price. So here we have to give column name as price, and then here dot mean. That means each type of car, here you can see average price of each type of car is calculated. But what we have to see, what we have to calculate, we have to only calculate data where average price should less than 20. So here we have to remove the data where average price is greater than 20, means we have to remove this. So let's store this data in one variable. We have stored this data. Here we have this m. Now what you can do, you have to apply condition. How to apply condition? M. I have already covered this topic. If you want to apply a condition, then first you have to use that m, then square bracket, and inside that you can give condition m should be less than 20. Okay, now execute this. Here you can see all the data, all the price we are, average price we are getting, which is less than 20. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you, and next session you will get in next part. And again, if you have any questions, so you can ping me on comment section. Thank you.